live, family. We're live.
I'm ready.
All right, family. Good to see you,
Did
family.
you get your pre-Monday curls in, Corey?
Oh, always. First thing in the morning, though.
Yeah, you're tripping for those 5 a.m. workouts. That's whack.
No, I love it. I'm a morning
that's
person, so I
insane.
enjoy it.
I'm telling you, early afternoon, it splits up the day, gives you a nice mental refresh, gives you some energy.
Oh, I get it. I mean, I can see both sides. I've just always been a morning workout guy.
Yeah, I burn mental energy if I work out in the mornings.
Cool. Daily
I
payouts.
feel like I'm just like tired the rest of the day too. How's everyone feeling?
What up, y'all? Happy Monday.
Garrett's wearing a borderline OA Hall of Fame item. Not quite Hall of Fame, but it's like one pundit argues for it a year.
It was one of the first 5 that we got wealthy off.
22. Use the PAR JUN, PAR JUL, PAR AUG, PAR SEP code. Pay 17.6. No tax because we're in PA, because we're like that. Move it at 36 FBM, $4 shipping. Piss off the post office because you accidentally put the rate wrong and didn't even know. And there we go.
Yeah.
Corey, how you doing, family? How you doing? Guys, this Thursday, we are launching our new software project. Join us for the launch party to get access to an exclusive deal. We'd love to see you.
Said what exactly it was, right? It's just like what it does, what it is.
Nope.
That's what we're breaking down on Thursday.
So
yeah, and we've got the inside look too, guys, and it's good stuff. You're definitely going to want to be there, so be there for sure.
Yeah, because not only do you get early access to it at least a week before everyone else, if you join us for the launch party, you also get a special discount too, which will be very, very fun.
Yep. Stallion, 30 boxes, time to chill for an hour. That's what's up.
And more importantly, he posted it on the timeline too, so he just cranked up the margin by a point or two.
He's cheesing in his profile pictures. Vibes are high right there.
Somehow he got at Stallion on Twitter too.
Yeah, dude, his Twitter ad is crazy.
Yeah, that's an awesome name. I don't know how none of my Stallions got that.
So if the Amazon listing says 6-pack, can I send them 2 3-packs of the same product? So we do that, right? We do that all the time. As long as I like to ask myself, like, is the customer going to return this product because of this? If the answer is no, then you're probably good to go.
Yeah, and it depends also if it fucks up the packaging or not. So, like, for example, if it's like something that comes from Walgreens and there's no congruent packaging, it's literally just like multiple of the product, then that's fine. But if it messes up the packaging, it's probably something you want to consider not doing.
Right. If a product is not listed on Amazon, can I be the first? So, yes, you can. But that kind of defeats the purpose of our business model, right? Like what we're trying to do is we're tapping into existing demand on Amazon if we're doing wholesale, if we're doing arbitrage. So yes, you can list something that's not currently on Amazon, but you're going to have to create that demand from scratch. And that's just not what we typically do.
Miles spamming the box emojis.
Yeah, y'all thought we were launching the prep center, man. Come on.
Is that what people
prep center? I got Miles and I's wedding. I like that one. That was a funny one.
I said Amazon automation service.
It's a good guess for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's not a bad guess.
But the people who hit that knew we failed miserably once already, they would know that we wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
How long did you guys have your prep center?
Like 8 months.
Well, I remember rebranding it. I don't know, 3 months or so. Yeah, that one guy. Remember the guy was working and then he just ghosted us forever. Like,
yeah,
he was a nice guy and he was like, oh, you said he was a good worker too, right?
He was a good kid, good worker. He did track. He was an athlete, so that's always a leg up. But yeah,
and then literally just ghosted us, and I don't think we ever heard from him ever again.
And so
what was the prep center called? Like, what was the name of it?
Just
Buy Box Bandits. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was super informal. It was like invite only basis. Wasn't it your cousin? Was it not your cousin or like uncle?
A friend of mine's cousin?
Yeah.
Is the new program going to be affordable? So it's going to be more than SellerAmp and less than everything else.
That's a good way to put
it. So yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's similar. Not saying it's similar to SellerAmp, but more so just talking in the context of compared to other software companies, you know.
If I were using a non-branded box, is it okay to send them in a generic box? Would it seem counterfeit? I mean, there's a risk for it for sure. I would probably judge based on the profitability. If it's like 30%, 40% margin, maybe. You could also see if you can buy like Nike branded boxes, generic boxes, something like that. That's probably a better option. I would avoid anything that's like authenticity-esque potential. Your account is worth so much more than the $150 that you'd make from those shoes.
Yeah.
So Derek said, for LTL multi-pallet shipments, do you contact a carrier yourself or let Amazon automate for wholesale? So when you say Amazon automate, I assume you mean just like partnered carrier. So when you're shipping LTL, there's two options. You can do partnered carrier, which is where Amazon, it's going to be cheaper because it's through Amazon. And then there's non-partnered, which is going to be more expensive, but typically it's going to get to Amazon and check in faster. So it's up to you. If you want to get things there faster, and you're willing to pay a little bit of a premium, go non-partnered. If you want the cheapest possible option, but you're willing to wait a little longer, then you can go partnered carrier.
Someone asked the other day, are we bringing snacks to the launch party?
Yeah, bring them.
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, bring a little popcorn, little entertainment. Yeah.
Okay.
More profit. It'll be you'll be able to supplement SellerAmp with our new software. Obviously, we own SellerAmp, so we're not going to try to destroy our own software. So it's going to be another software that saves you even more time and money. So we've done it once. We're about to do it again for you.
Okay.
This is a really good question. Yeah.
Yeah. Corey, we'll let you handle this one.
Yeah. So this person asked, how do you?
He got hype. He felt really moment in the spotlight.
He was mid-answer,
I was
bro. He was
ready to answer
mid-answer.
that one. How do you contact brands through LinkedIn for approval? Which person would you target on LinkedIn? So when you're contacting people on LinkedIn for approval, I like to just send them a connection request, and you can send them a note along with that connection request. Only if you use desktop, right? So if you send a connection request on mobile, you can't attach the note. So on desktop, send them a connection request and just say, hey, my name's Corey. I'm interested in XYZ product, right? Be very specific. I would love to talk to you about buying that product in bulk. That's all you got to say. And then once they accept your connection request, then you can send them another message if they don't respond to you. As far as which person to target, so if you're contacting the brand, I like to contact the owner or the person kind of highest up, closest towards the owner if it's like a small to mid-sized brand. If you're contacting a distributor, it always helps to contact someone in sales.
And the more information you can supplement, the better, right? If you have an ideal quantity that you'd want, a target price point, those sorts of things, it's only going to emphasize your pitch. If you're looking for 1,000 units and you know that, let them know, tell them, because you're going to stand out way more than the person that's like, hey, can I buy some of your products?
Yeah, and a template that I love to use is, hey, my name's Corey. I'm a huge fan of specific product. I'm looking to buy them at wholesale, and I have the quantities and the exact products I'm looking to buy. Who should I forward that list to? Right? When you ask that question in that connection request, the chances of them accepting your connection request are way higher.
You're like assuming the success, implying that you've done it before, you will do it again, and it's like it's the confidence that is very apparent.
Right.
How's the actual wholesale business for you lately, Corey? We're always answering questions, but rarely actual.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, there's one of the brands that we've been working with for a few years now. We've got a PO teed up with them. It's going to be close to 100K. Just because, I mean, we haven't even been able to get enough inventory from them. They've been having production issues, but I think they're getting that fixed. So yeah, some big orders in the pipeline for sure.
Hey boys, what's the best website to get ungated in beauty? The beauty category is probably auto ungated for you. Honestly, it is for a lot of people. If not, Ulta or any brand website's gonna work.
Again, we've talked about before. I wouldn't like blindly ungate a bunch of stuff. Reverse source, having a brand in mind, and then just source profitably and use that kind of first test buy to ungate, and you'll save time, save money, save headaches, and kind of iterate from there.
So Eric, good question here. What are some KPIs for the VAs that we track? So things like number of products that they find that we actually end up purchasing, right? So it's not enough to just find products. It's how many of those products that they find do we actually end up buying? And then things like how many ASINs did we ship to FBA this week? How much money did we spend on inventory this week, right? If you have a VA managing some of your purchasing, anything that's any like lead measures that are going to impact your revenue and your profit, those are good KPIs to track.
Yeah, track actual profit they're putting out too. That's the biggest one for us. And then we give a bonus based on that, based on how much money they actually made you. That's your incentive is to make as much profit as possible. So should your employees.
And what you can do too is you can put the name of the VA that found the product in the SKU. So that way, as that product checks in and starts selling, you know right away, oh, our top 5 products, same VA found all 5 of those products. Maybe we should give them a bonus, or at the very least, you know that you got a really good team member there.
And it beats. I see a lot of people tweeting about like incentivizing based on like the quantity of leads or the number of leads that they're finding per week. that value KPI is going to outpace that tremendously, right? Because it aligns your goal to theirs. Their goal shouldn't be based on just a quantity of inputs like that.
Great profile pick.
Yeah. 2018 Steph Curry or 2017.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 2, so it's got to be 18. Oh, that's the MVP.
18. No, because it was 2015 and then 2017, I think. Because 2016 is when Kyrie hit the shot.
Well, the smaller one's the NBA MVP.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
So it's got to be maybe even 2 years ago against the Celtics or 3 years ago.
Yeah. So this is a good one. Is it smart to hire VAs that already know how to source really well without having to train them, but not sharing leads? Yeah, so it's going to be on you to align the incentives. You know what I mean? To make sure that they're incentivized to not screw you over and essentially steal from you, you know?
No, I've got actually a pretty strong opinion on this question. So I prefer, if I'm going to hire a sourcing VA, I actually prefer that they have no sourcing experience. In fact, I prefer they have no Amazon experience, because a lot of times when you hire a VA that quote unquote already knows how to source well, they've been taught how to source maybe a way that's doesn't align with your business model. So not only do you have to teach them how you do it, you got to have them unlearn everything that they already learned that might not be correct. So I like to find VAs that, have a good attitude, they're good communicators, they're smart people, because teaching them the sourcing is actually not that hard, assuming they're a smart person. And if they don't already know how to source, then they don't already have other Amazon clients that they could be passing your leads to. So I personally avoid VAs that have sourcing experience.
Hi guys, if the variation of a product is not listed on Amazon, can I still list it? It depends, right? A lot of times you'll see the variation grayed out, which just means it's out of stock. So you can take the parent ASIN, go to data, product details, left column about 3/4 of the way down, take the parent ASIN, plug it into the add a product box in Seller Central, and that'll pull up all the variations. That's everything that exists, right? So if it's within that list, that's going to be out of stock, in stock variations. You are able to list obviously any of those. If it's not there, likely not the case.
Yep. Past 10K 30 days. Thanks to you guys. That's what's up, Franklin. That's awesome. You got 5K to spend. Would you recommend doing wholesale route, starting doing OA? I mean, if you already did 10K, then keep doing whatever you did to hit 10K, man. But yeah, if it's 5K, it's probably not going to be enough to do significant wholesale. I'd keep doing OA for a while, man.
When they register, when the homies register for the launch party on Thursday.
I think I was actively typing a free document I'm working on for you guys. That's just how excited we get about the game, right?
Tony said, Garrett, give me your list of suppliers and make it snappy. I don't have all day. Pop them up, Garrett. Come on.
Drink, Tony.
And make it
Corey, are you going to ASD on Saturday?
Yeah, actually, I think I might be getting there Friday night, because I like to go in on Saturday and buy. Saturday is like my big buying day, and then
do the Saturday challenge.
Hell no!
Oh god!
No, I was there. I think
keep your sanity in Vegas challenge.
I was there for 4, maybe I might have even been there for 5 days in March for ASD, and it was
there a grip.
I was there from like the day before it started till the day after it ended, and I was just ready to die. And I went straight to Miami. The Vegas to Miami gauntlet is quite the gauntlet there.
Yeah. Well, Sawyer did the week-long challenge, I think, once.
Yeah, he did.
He was there for a minute.
I'm pretty sure Billy Flips did it once too, for no reason, because he didn't do anything.
Inadvertently, yeah.
Saturday afternoon to like Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night is the show.
That's perfect in my opinion. Yeah. Perfect.
Jack asked, what software do you use to manage inventory? I was using Sellerboard, but I found it was inaccurate. So
what was inaccurate about it, Jack?
Yeah, I'd be curious to know. So our business is a little unique because we have a very low SKU count, so we don't carry many SKUs. So it is easy enough for us to forecast reorders and kind of manage our inventory just from Sellerboard and like the velocity reports that Sellerboard gives. But for most people, there's a bunch of tools out there that kind of help with this process. But in general, Sellerboard will get the job done.
In terms of getting ungated for toys specifically, Kohl's, EE Distribution, Walmart, Target will be a good one for that. Yeah.
I hate Sellerboard. Interesting.
How can we know when to avoid a product that has no buy box versus when it's okay to sell a product with no buy box? Phenomenal question. Don't automatically avoid items if you see they don't have a buy box. What you want to look at instead is the offer count movement and the trend on the price. If the price is stable or going up and the offer count's hopping up and down, you know people are selling that product. If the price is tanking and the offer count's shooting up, you don't know if people are selling that product. And you know for a fact that people aren't selling that product as much as they want to.
Sure. Vontae, good question. How do you check to see if Amazon's sharing the buy box? There's a bunch of gems that people are skipping because of that. Yeah, there's a bunch of projects people are skipping, right? So check like SellerAmp buy box stats, and then just dive in and go from there. So just make sure that there's a couple other third-party sellers making sales, and then you'll be able to make some money on that.
Wait, Levante. Oh, shit. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, we got to pit this dude up against Wi-Fi Ash.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, Levante. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Levante, let's get you the SellerAmp on the short.
Yeah. What do we gotta do to put the SellerAmp logo on your shorts? That's fire.
Can you use Walgreens or CVS for engaging? Yeah, there's certain brands that only come from Walgreens, so therefore we know for a fact that Walgreens works.
Love sharing the buy box with Amazon. Yeah, that's what's up. There's a lot of gems there.
Even
I've seen it all.
talked about, but even there's a lot of listings. I'm keeping in mind that Keepa is not like a up to date, down to the second software. There's a ton of times where Amazon shows, quote unquote, that they own 100% of the buy box, but you see that offer count going up and down, right? And that's obviously symbolic of third party, other people getting sales, even when Amazon's supposedly claiming every bit of the buy box.
What time does the stream start on Thursday? Yeah, so the launch party starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, guys, and you'll want to be there. It'll probably take an hour or so, but we'll be giving you guys a discount, breaking down how the software works, etc.
We can make that happen. All right.
Jack said, if you create branded listings, can others sell on it? As I'm noticing restrictions when trying to sell on some generic listings. So definitely never ever sell on a generic listing. That's just going to cause issues with Amazon, right? Amazon does not like generic listings. Avoid those at all costs. Only sell on just regular branded listings.
You guys think Adidas applications will be available soon? Yeah, it was very clear with the way they did the Nike interviews that it's just a matter of time. They're just figuring out a system essentially for it, I would assume. Get ungated. Yep. What up, Johnny? Will we still be doing the call at 8? Yeah, of course. So the coaching call this week is going to be Monday and Thursday, though, I think. How to get ungated with New Balance. Yeah, Joe's New Balance outlet, newbalance.com, Rack Room Shoes, Foot Locker, Champs, whoever carries it.
So somebody said Amazon themselves sells branded products on generic listings. Amazon can do whatever the hell they want. It doesn't matter. Amazon will kick you off the platform. They're not going to kick themselves off the platform. Don't do it.
Yeah, they're going to ban themselves because they sold on a generic listing.
That's what Uncle Bezos gets for putting
millions of products go out of stock.
Jeff's going to ban Andy. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, he actually manually does all the bans. Jeff still handles every single Amazon ban.
Yeah, it's got to be, Jack, some sort of a thing where I
think it's like a counterfeit thing.
Exactly, right. Yeah. Where if the brand doesn't create it, they expose themselves to issues, basically, potentially.
Yeah, you're basically pretending that the brand is called generic when the brand is really called Adidas, basically, and that's copyright infringement legally.
Yeah, Jack. So you said you created a lot of your own generic listings and they seem fine. Sell through them and jump off immediately.
Yeah,
I promise you. I promise you will run into issues.
I promise you'll run into issues. That's good.
I mean, you will. Like, it's a fact.
Well, yeah, that's what sucks though, because it'd be great if you could sell that shit. But yeah, unfortunately.
FBA order has invalid address by responding. That's a good question, man. I would probably open a case with Amazon on that. You can also buy like the cheapest possible shipping right now, so you don't get pinged for late shipment. But that's not really on you.
I heard that if your invoice doesn't include the distributor's address, you can still get approved. I mean, it's all hit or miss. All that ungating is hit or miss.
Big time.
Still never had my Nike interview. I submit hella time slots too. Never got a confirmation. Just keep rolling with the punches. Again, while you're waiting for it, source other things. Take that skill, source other clothing and shoes, other brands, Puma, Adidas, Under Armour, whatever the case may be, other categories. Reverse source based on a lot of those Nike listings, and you'll find all sorts of other brands that you can make money on, right? It's not only Nike that you can win on. It's hundreds and thousands of brands across the entire platform.
Tony, we got to have the barbecue at the 20 Drink Tony HQ in Vegas.
Yes. Last time we were with him, he was saying the shorty wants to throw a party for us.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, that's lit, bro. That's lit. Oh my gosh. We're gonna ban ungating questions though. We're gonna ban
None are allowed.
ban
At a
ungating.
party in real life, people are going to be asking ungating questions. Is that?
I can see it. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Corey. Let's be real here.
Yeah,
So
but
you're right. You're not wrong.
I have an ungating question.
Corey's the type of dude to not even know who Tony is. Low key.
I've met Tony. We went to dinner with Tony. Come on now. I text
Oh,
Tony.
wait,
Tony
wait,
sends me
so
pictures
someone-
of his cat.
So someone recognized you IRL?
Yeah, I was walking George down the sidewalk right in front of my apartment here, and this guy was like, he was kind of looking at me funny. I was like, is he about that? Like, he was like, hey man, like, are you Corey? I was like, yeah, like, what's up? And he was like a younger guy. He was like, I don't know, early 20s. He's like, oh, like, I just got your book. I'm reading through it. I recognize you from one of Miles's videos. I was like, oh, like, nice to meet you. Talked to him for like 10, 15 minutes.
What was
Super nice
his
guy.
name?
Lex.
Oh.
He said he's not active on Twitter, but he's on Instagram. He followed me there.
Ah, cool.
Cool.
Okay, sweet. All right, shout out Lex right there. Yeah, what's happening? What up, Trey? How's the suite set up? Did apart. Yeah, Corey, have you played around with the PPC at all beyond that?
So not aside from the auto campaign, we pay an agency to run our PPC on just some of our higher volume listings for us. These are listings that we're exclusive on. But I had somebody comment on one of my LinkedIn posts recently that said for the auto campaign, if you increase the percentage of the ads that go to top of search, which is like one of the ad, I guess, formats that you can choose. So he said increase the percentage for top of search and cut the bid in half. So I guess instead of 5 cents, do like 2 or 3 cents. He said that doing that will even double the performance. That's what he claims. So I haven't tested it out yet myself, but I think there's a lot of ways to even tweak that auto campaign that could potentially make it even better, such as like segmenting out different products into that campaign as well.
Yeah, Levante. So go open up Keeper Product Finder, put FBM, FBA, both max at 0, put a max of 75,000 sales rank, and you'll see tens of thousands of products that fit that mold. And you'll see for yourself pretty quickly that there's an entire business model off those sorts of things.
Yeah,
Wait,
zero
John-
competition.
Yeah.
And so back when I was doing OA, this was like 2018, for a while, my whole business model was targeting products that had no FBA sellers and a bad sales rank. So really high sales rank, but no FBA sellers. And the reason the sales rank sucked is because it was either super overpriced or because there was no prime offer. So a lot of times I could find that product and undercut all the other sellers by 20, 30% and be an FBA offer. Therefore, I'd increase the rank by having a prime offer and by undercutting everybody else. We found hundreds of, in particular, grocery products with that method. It worked really well.
Ooh, okay, what up, Autumn? Okay, Autumn, good to meet you. I don't think we've seen you in here before.
She's on the streams all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
That's a
kick him,
familiar
kick him,
face. Yeah,
kick him.
kick yourself.
Kick him,
The
get
first
him out of
ever.
here.
Oh, we got him.
They thought they had something on me. That's definitely a good question there too. All right,
Yeah, good question, Autumn. Just audit the profit that you're making on the actual leads after a month or so, and also like the trajectory of the seller count on the leads. If you buy the lead and so do 20 other people at the same time on all your products, and you start seeing the same sellers, then they're sending you a leads list. If they're making profit and it's different sellers and some work and some aren't, it's probably just a VA's work.
Yep, and check the history on SellerAmp too. Is going to be a great way to check if they're honestly sourcing.
Was that the first ever Miles kicks himself?
Oh, second.
No,
Second
I was like, that's
Okay.
happened
Okay.
at least
Yeah,
once.
I'm fair though, right? Unlike many dictators, I'm fair, right? Like if I, I'll discipline myself if I need
I
to.
feel like fair dictator is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Jack had another good question. So he said, do you guys ever try to get involved with the brand and improve the listings with access to brand registry, et cetera? Jack, absolutely. So that's really the entire premise of the brand direct business model, is reaching out to these brands and helping them grow by optimizing their listings, helping them run ads, generally just educating them on how Amazon works. Because when they see you as the Amazon expert, it makes them want to get rid of all their other sellers and have you be their exclusive reseller, right? That's kind of the holy grail of wholesale. Easier said than done, can take a lot of time, but we have that arrangement with a couple of the brands that we work with. And like, I don't know if you follow Jonah Hodges on Twitter and Instagram. That's his whole business model, crushing it with exclusive brand direct relationships. Totally feasible. That's something you should work on for sure.
Damn,
Does
he's
SellerAmp
awesome,
give
right?
a return rate per item? So they don't, but Amazon has actually made some improvements with that. If you're on a listing on an item that generally does not get reviewed, it'll actually give you a sticker on the product page, which helps. And then on the contrary, something gets returned a bunch, it'll also kind of give that sticker on the product page that says customers, whatever it says, customers return this item a bunch or a lot or whatever that case may be.
Yeah,
Tony-
that badge is actually good for buyers. Like I bought something the other day because it said they keep it and it was like electronic.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Tony-
it's wildly helpful.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Partnering up with a local store the only way? Nah, I mean, ask them if you can buy some shit to sell online, man. Ask them why they don't sell why they only sell to brick and mortar, you know?
Brendan, you should be using free shipping. It's
free shipping and then
consumer
charge.
psychological thing. Just use free shipping, bake it in your price point. You'll be good.
Yeah, you'll notice pretty much everyone does that's FBM on those listings. Occasionally people charge shipping in certain cases. So just do free shipping and then charge like a lot, like 30 or 25 bucks plus $1 per pound for next day, 2-day, and expedited.
Angel said, how do you feel about using debt to scale? So Angel, debt should be looked at as a tool, and I would not personally take on any debt if you don't know your numbers down to the penny, right? So unless you have really good bookkeeping, you know exactly how much profit you're making every month, you have a profit and loss statement, a balance sheet that you can check, I wouldn't take on any debt. If you do, then it can be a really good way to scale.
Yeah, I had somebody talking about like taking out a HELOC the other day. I was like, bro, like please do not do that.
Oh, while we're at it, everyone put game predictions for tonight in the chat. Who you got? What's the score?
It's game 5, right?
Game 5 of the
Something
finals.
like that. I don't know.
I'm betting on.
I just really want the Mavs to win.
Everyone in the chat coming to the launch party on Thursday plus 500. Or what does that mean? That's good or bad?
It
Depends.
means that it's, well, yeah.
Less likely, but you make more money.
Oh, never mind. All right, +1 then.
I'm surprised Dallas even won a
500.
single game.
They won. They won once.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even got one. I feel like they closed it out.
Yeah.
It would be epic if they came back, Stallion. That would be something.
It's not quite there, Brendan. Certain typically like really cheap products will be like that. It's more 1 to 2 these days for arbitrage. Like with not, you know, with a not
or really cheap. You still have to follow that if it's like $12 or below, but usually 1 to 2.
Is it okay to ship hats in a poly mailer? It depends the hat. If it's like a flex hat like this, probably. But if it's like a fitted hat, it could get stuck on under a bunch of boxes. I probably wouldn't. I mean, just think anytime you have those questions, just think of yourself as a consumer, right? If you bought $40 for a hat and it was all dented and misshaped when you got it, would you be happy? Probably not.
Yeah, your FBM and cowboy hats, Garrett.
No, I was thinking of like the baseball, the 59, like the fitted baseball hats or whatever.
Yeah.
How much can I expect to make?
California that crushes it with hats.
With hats?
Yeah, the
I don't
eBay
know.
guy.
West Coast deals.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when I was describing.
I always thought that was fascinating. He's not as active
He's got his own like hat website now, I think.
anymore, but
he
it
was
was
cool.
always
his wife will
Yeah.
crush it.
Yeah.
That's cool. How much can you make in a year if you started with 2K? That's kind of up to you, Clutch. The more you FBM, the higher that number is going to be. Because if you're FBMing, you basically get to 2x how fast you grow your money, just with skipping the lag time to FBA and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of up to you, just how hard you can work, how fast you can spend the money, and FBM as much as possible.
Yeah, so the coaching program is basically if you're just looking for elevated access, essentially. There's a link in the description if you want more info on that. What's up, Miguel? Is it a brand new software?
Oh, and the
Peep the new profile pic.
Who missed it?
Who?
Miguel.
Oh, that's a second band. Get him out of
He's
here.
been had that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. Get it. Who? Yeah, like Miguel's in here all the time. Yeah. Well, while we're at it, we'll get Corey out of here too.
Great.
Yeah.
Kick me out.
Very kick happy today. Kick happy.
Pete, you missed it. Miles actually got kicked from the stream today. It's the second in stream history.
But I'm a fair dictator. I'm a fair dictator.
I'm glad that's the self-described dictator.
Pascal, what you got? Could you help me, please? So I sent 12 units. Amazon put 10 available. I said those 10 in one day. Now they are saying I'm out of stock. What do I do? So the other two definitely maybe in FC transfer somewhere. I mean, most of the times those things kind of sort themselves out. Again, as a new seller, you don't want to hear that. Any of those kind of missteps, those little nuances, just have a lot more weight. You could open up a case, but I mean, they'll probably show up at some point.
Buy more of that too. Buy way more of whatever that was.
Yeah.
Great item.
Luxo, what's the first brands you guys recommend to ungate? So whichever ones you can find profitably. Like Garrett was saying earlier, it doesn't make sense to just ungate a bunch of brands that you don't have, like that you're not ready to buy. There's, I think, over 2 million brands on Amazon. And if you find some random brand that ends up being profitable, then ungate that one and take that approach. That'd be my advice.
Yep. Do you have a list of distributors sell to new sellers? Yeah, I mean, that's not really valuable. Like Corey puts it really well on this. Like a list of suppliers that Corey buys from could make you $0 because you don't have the relationships, and vice versa, right? You could tell someone exactly who you're buying from, and it doesn't make them any money. It's just about building that relationship. Just start reaching out to, whatever niche you want to sell, your city distributor, and whoever comes up, start going through the list there, start local, and go from there.
Yeah, Brendan, that'd be my advice is look local, right? Like there's so many mom and pop distributors that have been around for a couple of decades and maybe they don't even have a website, right? But you can show up in person and maybe you're dealing directly with the owner and who knows, maybe they have relationships with these big manufacturers that they've had for years, right? And you can get really good pricing on certain products. So start local and kind of look where no one else is looking.
How did no one? That's a fire name, FBA Youngboy.
That is a good
fire
name.
name.
That's a great
I'm surprised
name.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. Young FBM Melly or something, or why FBM Melly?
that one's gone now.
What category do you recommend first-time sellers prioritize? I mean, I'm a fan of clothing and shoes, right? Because there's a lot of diversification. There's a lot of variations. You find one size or color of a t-shirt or a pair of shorts. That may lead you to 2, 3, 4 other variations under that same listing. So it's going to allow you to start to kind of scale your catalog pretty wide and pretty quickly, just because a lot of like good listings, good variations, good ASINs are going to hang out pretty close, right? And then it's also very OA friendly. You find that you focus on Nike, you focus on some clothes, you find 4 or 5 different variations. Now you're exposed to 20 different OA sellers, which now opens you up to different sites, more brands, more variations, more ASINs, and it kind of spirals out pretty quickly.
Is there a website to start sourcing with when doing OA? Don't look for places to source, look for products to source. So start out storefront stocking, Jaylene. So watch one of Warner, my, or Garrett's live sourcing videos, and then start out storefront stocking from those types of SKUs. Local suppliers without a website, facts.
Oh yeah, local suppliers without a website. I'm telling you, the best suppliers are probably right down the street in your local warehouse district, right? They've been there forever. They don't have a website, or if they have a website, it looks like it was coded in 1999, right? And if you show up in person, I'm telling you guys, this is the stuff that most people don't want to do. That'll put you at a huge competitive advantage.
Yeah, if your supplier's website looks like you're either about to send a fax or definitely get scammed, then there's a good shot that they might be real.
Yeah, like a nice website to me is almost like a red flag. It's just like, all right, if they're investing this much in their website, then they probably don't have the margins required to, they probably not getting the
they're spending too much on the marketing department.
Yeah, to give me a good deal.
Yeah.
How long will 4th of July sales start? Yeah, it'll be like July 2nd, July 3rd, and then they'll pretty much continue through Prime Day, which will be like the 11th and 12th, something like that. Will the new software be cheaper than $500? Yes, substantially.
They're gradually playing a game of 20 questions right now in chat over the course of the last 30 minutes.
It'll be more than SellerAmp and less than Wiggins.
So they now know that it is between $20 to $500, and that's all they know pretty much.
Yeah.
What was the part of business credit card y'all usually mention? I mean, if you have good credit, Amex Plum. If you have a lot of money, Business Premier Inc. or whatever it's called, Business Inc. Premier from Chase. And those are probably the two.
Yep.
Chase Business Inc. Premier. That's what it is. There.
Yeah, Amex Blue is the best one for beginners. Yeah.
They'll give it to anyone, bro. You can start your business like today. I'll give it to you the next minute.
Dang, I missed the clues. Yeah, well, okay, so it's above $20 a month, and it's above $20 a month and below $500.
And it doesn't replace SellerAmp. We already covered that one.
Yep. Okay, Justin didn't quite get the point of the $500.
Prime Day, does everything start selling heavy? In my experience, everything sells better on Prime Day. Like you should have your best sales day of the year if you're using a repricer and you've got good products in stock. Yeah, you should sell a lot.
Yeah, man, I would go with the Plum, Amex Plum. It'll stretch your capital out, especially I know you do a lot of RA. You can really maximize what they give you for credit. If you're RA, merchant fulfilled, you can 1.5, 2x any dollar they give you.
Is it better to set up an LLC now or jump in it now? It's really up to you, man, in terms of like just your life situation. Most people do it by at the very latest, like 10K a month. It's completely up to you when you do it though. Yeah. What does the box mean? I don't know.
Interesting.
Guess we'll see on Thursday's webinar.
Yeah.
There you go, Corey.
Yeah.
Monique, you don't need something like that. You're going to miss a lot of the best products because automated sourcing tools miss all the UPCs are the wrong or the titles are slightly off and all that kind of stuff. Like any automated sourcing tool is going to miss the best gems, basically.
I didn't get approved for the Amex Blue. Call the reconsideration line, Johnny. That's a major pro tip is you can always call the reconsideration line and see if they'll take you. Minimize taxes owed. Focus on getting to 100K plus a year in profit first, then worry about minimizing tax. But just have a CPA, pay a professional that's licensed,
Yeah, $500 for a good CPA. That'll cover pretty much everything you need. They'll save you at least that.
Tax fraud.
Tax fraud.
Nah, don't worry about stocking up on stuff now. Only buy quick flips, Jaylene. Only buy quick flips.
TK said, do big Amazon sellers ever think about distributing to big retailers? Absolutely, right? If you've got good suppliers and local retailers that are buying inventory, then that can be the thing is that's an entirely separate business, right? Like it's distribution versus regular retail. So you can do that. I know people that do that, but just make sure it's not distracting you from the main Amazon business.
Brendan, I wouldn't mess with it. I mean, it could work, but I wouldn't mess with the in-store receipt. I would just go online, get that order confirmation, matches your account, matches your shipping address, phone number, email. You're just going to have a lot more success that way.
Yep.
Is Prime Day more for FBA? I've only done FBM so far. No. So Prime Day will lift sales on all products, right? If you're in the buy box on Prime Day, you're going to make more sales than a regular day.
Yeah, it's mainly going to be a big day for sourcing, though. If you're like, unless you already have a shitload of stock, it can be a great thing for sourcing. Damn, Johnny cleaning up with the credit score, too. Yeah, filter out Amazon. Yeah, Ali, it's like the third or fourth line down. You can click Amazon out of stock.
790. I don't think there's any way they would have declined you. You must have forgot information or something. You must have did something.
Yeah, call the recon line, man. Call the recon line. Yeah, cool.
I would not do that, Omar.
Yeah, make sure you get registered for the not the free training, the launch party, guys, for the new software project we're launching. So it's Thursday night, 7 p.m. Check that out in the chat. And we'll see you guys there. And we'll be on live stream tomorrow, too. If you guys got questions, make sure to hit our DMs. Appreciate y'all tapping in with the gang tonight.
Where's George at?
Yeah, we need the George drop.
Yep, let me get him.
He says, yep.
He's asleep. Let me harass him.
Let me get some box emojis in the chat. Let me get a spam of box emojis in the chat.
Pete.
He's not happy. He was just passed out.
He's like, oh, not this again.
Let's see the box emojis.
Long distance, Corey. Long distance.
That was the best I can do. He almost landed on his back. That would have been bad.
That's what's up.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
See you next week.
Peace out, guys.
See y'all soon. Be great.